Classification of crystalline solids. Crystalline solids can be classified into four different categories depending upon the type of constituent particles and the nature of attractive forces operating between them. Crystalline solids are classified into molecular solid, ionic solid, covalent or network solid, and metallic solid. First is molecular solid. In molecular solid, the constituent particles are molecules depending upon the nature of molecules. These solids are further classified into three types: non-polar molecular solid, polar molecular solid, and hydrogen bonded molecular solids. What is non-polar molecular solid? In non-polar molecular solids, the constituent particles are either atoms or non-polar molecules like as helium, neon, argon, H2, Cl2, I2, and CH4. These solids are generally liquid and gaseous at room temperature, but solid at super cold temperature. In these solids, the electron cloud is symmetrically distributed and the molecules does not have any polarity. These solids lose their symmetry in electron cloud distribution momentarily and produce intense structure. These dipoles distort the electron cloud of the neighboring atom or nonpolar molecules. The force of attraction between these intense dipoles are called dispersion forces or London forces. Due to presence of big forces, these solids have low melting and boiling points. Next is polar molecular solid. In polar molecular solid, the constituent particles are polar molecules like HCl, SO2, etc. The molecules of these solids are held together by dipole-dipole forces of attraction. Due to presence of dipole-dipole interaction, these solids are soft and their melting and boiling points are comparatively higher than those nonpolar solids. Next is hydrogen bonded molecular solid. The constituent particles are such molecules which contain hydrogen atoms linked to high electronegative atoms such as fluorine, oxygen, or nitrogen of neighboring molecules. This structure is shown as hydrogen bond when hydrogen atom is attached to any electronegative atoms like fluorine, nitrogen, oxygen. It is represented by dotted line. Due to presence of strong hydrogen bonds, these solids have higher boiling points and melting point as compared to non-polar and polar solids. These solids are poor conductor of electricity and they exit as volatile liquid or soft solid at room temperature and pressure. Next is metallic solid. In metallic solid, the constituent particles are metal ion and free electrons. Metals have tendency to lose electron and become positively charged ion. The electron can easily flow throughout the metal like water in the sea. The attractive forces that hold the kernels and mobile electron in the metallic solid is called as metallic bond. due to strong metallic bond. Metallic solids have high melting points and boiling points. High melting points and boiling points, these the free electrons in these solids are responsible for high electrical and good conductor. The color of certain metals are also due to presence of these free electrons. Some examples of metallic solids are copper, iron, aluminium, silver, zinc, etc. Next is ionic solid. They are made up of ions or constituent particles of ionic solids is ions, generally cations and anions held together by electrostatic forces of attraction. As a result, these ions are not free to move and are closely packed, and hence these are hard and brittle solids. Ionic solid possess high melting and boiling points. Ionic solids are good conductor in aqueous state and bad conductor in solid state. They are insulator in solid state and good conductor in aqueous solution and molten state. One question is, why are ionic solids very good conductor in the molten state and not in the solid state? Answer होगा, in ionic solid the electrical conductivity is due to the movement of the ions. In solid state ions are fixed positions, they are not moved, but in molten state or aqueous solution individuals ions are free to move and they can conduct electricity. Some examples of ionic solids are sodium chloride, zinc sulfide, magnesium oxide, and cesium chloride, etc. Next is covalent or network solid. The main constituent particles of these solids is non-metals atoms held together by covalent bond. These covalent bonds are strong and directional in nature. These solids are linked together and form a network-like structure. So these solids are also called network solid. These solids are very hard and brittle and have extremely high melting and boiling points and may decompose before melting. These covalent solids, due to absence of free ions, are bad conductor of electricity. One of most common example is diamond, in which the carbon atom are linked together by covalent bond to give a three-dimensional structure. There is one exception whose properties are quite different from other covalent solids. The exception is graphite. Though it is a covalent solid unlike other covalent solids, it is soft and good conductor of electricity. The force of attraction between each layer of graphite is very weak. Different layer can easily slide over one another. Graphite, soft and good solid lubricants. Diamond, silicon, carbide, silica is the examples of